The Gucci brand, known for its luxury and iconic fashion items, has been through a series of dramatic changes over the years. What was once a family-run business has transformed into one of the most valuable and recognizable fashion houses globally. But how did it reach this point, and what's happening with Gucci today? Let's dive deep into the turbulent journey of Gucci to understand how it became what it is now. Gucci's story began in Florence, Italy, in 1921, when Guccio Gucci founded a small leather goods shop. Guccio had spent years working at prestigious hotels in London, observing how the elite valued fine leather luggage and accessories. He realized there was potential in combining traditional Italian craftsmanship with luxury leather goods, and so Gucci was born. What started as a humble shop soon became a highly sought-after brand for the rich and famous. Over the next few decades, Gucci's reputation grew rapidly. By the mid-20th century, it had expanded internationally, opening stores in Rome, New York, and Hong Kong. Gucci became synonymous with high fashion, particularly among Hollywood celebrities and aristocrats. However, the family-run business model, while initially a strength, soon became its greatest weakness. Family feuds and power struggles threatened the stability of the brand. By the 1970s and 1980s, these internal conflicts had escalated to the point where different family members began suing each other, fighting for control of the company. The dramatic fall of the Gucci family culminated in 1995 when Maurizio Gucci, the grandson of the founder and the last family member to lead the company, was murdered in a hit orchestrated by his ex-wife, Patrizia Reggiani. The shocking nature of this crime made headlines around the world, tarnishing the Gucci name at a time when the company was already struggling. With the family out of the picture, the 1990s saw a period of corporate restructuring. The company brought in external investors, and new leadership was established. This period of upheaval marked the end of Gucci as a family-owned business, but it also set the stage for its rebirth. In 1994, the brand hired Tom Ford as the creative director, a move that would prove pivotal for Gucci's resurgence. Ford's approach was bold, sexy, and modern, and it brought a new, younger audience to the brand. He revitalized Gucci's image with his daring collections, focusing on sleek designs that contrasted sharply with the brand's traditional aesthetic. His vision was complemented by the business acumen of Domenico De Sole, who helped turn the struggling company into a profitable powerhouse once again. The 2000s were a golden period for Gucci. Under Ford and De Sole's leadership, the brand grew exponentially. Gucci expanded its product lines and diversified into accessories, fragrances, and ready-to-wear fashion. The GG logo became one of the most recognizable symbols of luxury in the world. The brand's collaborations and celebrity endorsements solidified its position as a fashion leader. But like all things, this golden age wasn't to last forever. In 2004, both Ford and De Sole left the company after disagreements with the French conglomerate Kering, which had acquired a controlling stake in Gucci. Their departure left a void that many feared would be difficult to fill. Gucci went through several creative directors in the following years, each trying to recapture the magic of the Ford era, but with mixed success. Then, in 2015, Gucci's fortunes took another dramatic turn. Alessandro Michele, a relatively unknown figure within the company, was appointed as the new creative director. Michele's approach was radically different from his predecessors. Instead of continuing the sleek, minimalist aesthetic that Ford had championed, Michele embraced a more eccentric, maximalist style. His collections were bold, eclectic, and colorful, drawing heavily on vintage inspiration. Gucci under Michele became a brand of excess, embracing individuality and breaking away from traditional fashion norms. This shift proved to be a masterstroke. Michele's designs resonated with a younger, millennial audience, and suddenly, Gucci was cool again. Celebrities, influencers, and fashion lovers flocked to the brand. Under Michele's leadership, Gucci saw an extraordinary surge in sales, reaching new heights in popularity. By the late 2010s, Gucci had firmly re-established itself as one of the world's most valuable luxury brands. However, as with all fashion brands, staying on top is a constant challenge. In recent years, there have been signs that Gucci's meteoric rise may be slowing. While Michelle's maximalist vision initially attracted widespread acclaim, there are concerns that the brand's rapid expansion and reliance on this aesthetic may have run its course. Fashion trends are always evolving, and some industry insiders are questioning whether Gucci's current direction can sustain its relevance in an increasingly competitive luxury market. In addition to creative challenges, Gucci faces significant business hurdles that are shaping not just the future of the brand, but the entire luxury industry. The global luxury market is undergoing rapid transformation, driven by evolving consumer preferences, technological advancements, and increased scrutiny on environmental and social responsibility. Today, luxury consumers are more discerning than ever, and their focus has shifted from mere aesthetics and exclusivity to deeper, more meaningful attributes like sustainability, ethical production, and transparency. This changing landscape presents a unique set of challenges for Gucci, a brand steeped in tradition and luxury, but one that must now evolve to meet the demands of a new generation of consumers. One of the biggest shifts in the luxury market is the growing emphasis on sustainability. Younger generations, particularly millennials and Gen Z, are more aware of the environmental and social impact of the products they consume. They want to know where their clothes come from, how they are made, and whether the brand upholds values that align with their own. This shift in mindset has had a profound effect on luxury brands like Gucci, which have traditionally relied on exclusivity and craftsmanship to drive sales. While these aspects are still important, they are no longer sufficient to maintain customer loyalty. Gucci has responded to this shift by launching several initiatives aimed at reducing its environmental footprint and promoting ethical practices. One of the most notable moves was the brand's decision to go carbon neutral in 2019. Gucci announced that it would offset all of its greenhouse gas emissions across its entire supply chain, from raw material sourcing to distribution. This bold step signaled the brand's commitment to sustainability and placed Gucci among the leaders in the fashion industry's fight against climate change. In addition to going carbon neutral, Gucci has also made efforts to increase transparency in its supply chain. The brand now provides more detailed information about the sourcing of its materials, the working conditions in its factories, and its efforts to minimize waste. This transparency is key to building trust with today's consumers, who are increasingly skeptical of greenwashing and demand real verifiable action from brands. Gucci's commitment to sustainable fashion is further exemplified by its use of eco-friendly materials, such as organic cotton, recycled nylon, and sustainable leather alternatives in its collections. However, despite these efforts, Gucci's journey towards sustainability is far from complete. The fashion industry as a whole is notoriously difficult to make fully sustainable due to its reliance on resource-intensive processes like dyeing, leather tanning, and transportation. While Gucci has made strides in reducing its environmental impact, the brand still faces the challenge of balancing its luxury status with the need for more sustainable practices. High-end consumers expect quality and craftsmanship, but they are also increasingly demanding that these qualities come with minimal harm to the environment. On the social responsibility front, Gucci has taken steps to ensure ethical working conditions in its supply chain. The brand has partnered with organizations like the Leather Working Group to improve the transparency and sustainability of its leather sourcing. Gucci has also joined the Fashion Pact, a global coalition of fashion companies working to address the environmental and social issues facing the industry. These initiatives are designed to show consumers that Gucci is serious about tackling the broader ethical concerns that have become so important in today's market. However, the question remains, are these efforts enough? As consumer expectations continue to evolve, it remains to be seen whether Gucci's sustainability and ethical initiatives will be sufficient to keep the brand at the forefront of the luxury industry. The rise of conscious consumerism means that brands must continuously innovate and push the envelope to stay relevant. Gucci's ability to maintain its leadership position will depend on how well it can navigate this ever-changing landscape, where values like sustainability and ethics are becoming just as important as design and craftsmanship. Aside from sustainability, another major challenge Gucci faces is the ongoing impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. The global pandemic has had a seismic effect on the luxury market, disrupting traditional retail models and forcing brands to adapt to new consumer behaviors. With lockdowns, travel restrictions, and widespread economic uncertainty, luxury brands experienced a sharp decline in foot traffic to their brick-and-mortar stores. For a brand like Gucci, which has long relied on its flagship stores to create an immersive luxury experience, this was a significant blow. To mitigate the effects of reduced in-store traffic, Gucci, like many other luxury brands, has shifted its focus toward online sales and digital engagement. The brand has invested heavily in its digital presence, launching new e-commerce platforms and improving the online shopping experience to cater to the growing number of consumers who now prefer to shop from home. In 2020, Gucci introduced a virtual sneaker collection, which allowed users to purchase and wear digital sneakers on social media platforms and gaming environments. This move not only demonstrated Gucci's ability to innovate, but also appealed to younger, tech-savvy consumers who are increasingly drawn to the intersection of fashion and technology. Moreover, the pandemic has accelerated the adoption of digital fashion shows and virtual events. In response to the cancellation of physical fashion shows, Gucci embraced the concept of digital showcases, live streaming its runway collections, and creating immersive online experiences for its global audience. These digital events have allowed the brand to maintain its presence in the fashion world, even when in-person gatherings were impossible. They also provided Gucci with an opportunity to reach a wider audience, breaking down the traditional barriers of exclusivity that have long defined the fashion industry. While these digital initiatives have been largely successful, they come with their own set of challenges. For a luxury brand like Gucci, which has built its reputation on the tactile experience of its products, the feel of its leather, the craftsmanship of its designs, transitioning to a primarily digital platform poses the risk of losing some of the brand's allure. High-end consumers expect a certain level of personal service and exclusivity, which can be difficult to replicate in an online environment. Gucci will need to find a way to strike the right balance between digital innovation and maintaining the luxury experience that its customers expect. Beyond the immediate impact of the pandemic, Gucci also faces broader shifts in the global luxury market. The rise of digital fashion influencers, the increasing importance of social media, and the growing demand for personalization are all trends that Gucci must navigate to stay competitive. The brand has been quick to leverage the power of social media, partnering with influencers and celebrities to promote its collections and engage with younger audiences. Gucci's use of Instagram, TikTok, and other platforms has helped it maintain relevance in an increasingly crowded and fast-paced market. However, as more brands adopt similar strategies, the challenge for Gucci will be to continue standing out and leading the conversation in a rapidly evolving digital landscape. As Gucci navigates these complex challenges, one thing remains clear. The brand's legacy as a symbol of luxury is secure, but its future depends on how well it can adapt to new realities. Alessandro, who has been at the creative helm of Gucci since 2015, has successfully redefined the brand with his eclectic, maximalist aesthetic. However, the fashion industry is notoriously fickle, and there are growing questions about whether Michele's vision can continue to sustain Gucci's success in the long term. Fashion trends are cyclical, and while Michele's bold, eccentric designs have been wildly popular, they may eventually lose their appeal as consumer tastes shift once again. In the face of these uncertainties, Gucci may need to reinvent itself once more to stay relevant. The brand's ability to evolve and adapt has been one of its greatest strengths throughout its history, and it will need to draw on that resilience as it confronts the challenges of the future, whether through new creative directions, continued digital innovation, or a deeper commitment to sustainability. Gucci must find ways to maintain its relevance in an ever-changing world. In conclusion, Gucci's current situation is a reflection of the broader challenges facing the luxury industry today. From sustainability and ethical production to digital transformation and the fallout from the COVID-19 pandemic, the brand is navigating a complex and rapidly evolving landscape. While its legacy as a luxury icon is undeniable, Gucci's future will depend on how well it can adapt to these new realities. The brand's ability to balance tradition with innovation, luxury with sustainability, and exclusivity with accessibility will be key to its continued success. The world is watching to see how Gucci will rise to the occasion and whether it can once again reinvent itself for a new era. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about how other famous brands have evolved, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Here, you'll find success stories, the highs and lows of global companies, and valuable lessons from their experiences. Stay tuned for more content and don't miss out on our upcoming videos.